Hey everybody, welcome back to Record-ology and welcome into the Vinyl Nation. So, in years past, in decades past, vinyl and baseball were sort of synonymous, and there used to be these records that they would make summarizing the season, the progress, the successes, the wins, the loses of the biggest teams in Major League Baseball. I did not know this until a year or two ago when I came across this Dodgers record that I put on the show before. Well, I recently came across another, and I thought it would be a great time to go and check out the wide world of baseball on vinyl. You're not going to want to miss this. All right, and before we get into the records themselves, check out this record player. We've had it on the show. Actually had a few episodes on this. It was a separate string of events and topics for a different day, but if you care to go back, this still looks cool to me. I think it looks great, and at the end of the day, I think it'll do what we needed to do. Familiar mechanism, 3 speeds, has an Audio-Technica moving magnetic cartridge, built-in speakers. It will do what we want it to do. But we're not here for a record player. We're here for records, and specifically baseball records. And I think this is so cool. Okay, that was a little more squeaky than I thought it was going to be. Because I am a person, and I don't know if you're this way or not, let me know down in the comments below, but I'm a person that if I like something, like music or a movie or a place, a vacation, I like to recreate that. I want to be able to go back to that happy, positive experience. And so the idea of capturing an event like a baseball season on a record is an awesome thing. So here's the first one that I had, and I've had this on the show before, so we're not going to really hone in just on this record. More so on another one that I got. We'll look at it in a minute. But yeah, this is a 12-inch vinyl record, 33 RPM. And it's not music, it's spoken word. And what it is it's a summary of the season of baseball that the Dodgers had. This one being 1981. I'm going to take the cover off so we can film it a little easier. Official recording. And I think this is so cool. Like if they did this still, I think that would be a great idea. This was obviously an amazing year for the Dodgers. World Championship trophy, as you can see there, and some action shots that were taken during the course of the season. Look at those glasses are amazing. So cool. What a great idea. What a great idea. This is obviously the Tommy Lasorda era. That trophy's huge. Look at that thing. And on the back, we've got a nice team photo, the 1981 World Championship Los Angeles Dodgers. And this is just super cool. And so this is basically a collection of radio broadcasts that were edited together into a program commemorating the season with special highlights, etc., etc. We have, again, listened to a little bit of this record. We're going to listen to more today. And look at the record itself. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that cool with the iconic logo of the Dodgers on there? Narrated by Vin Scully. So that's really cool. You'll notice there are no track indicators. There's no separate tracks. It's one continuous program. Side A, side B, or side 1 and side 2 as they have it labeled there. All right, and so here's the new one, never before seen on this show, and I'm excited to show it to you now. I think we might have done an unboxing video on it, maybe. I can't quite recall, but we certainly haven't listened to it. This Super Sox 75 presented by Budweiser, another hit from Budweiser, the king of beers. And I think this is going to be a similar type of deal. All of the exciting play-by-play action, highlights, and interviews of the Red Sox 1975 champion season, including playoffs and World Series, narrated by Ned Martin. Look at this cool artwork on the front here. It looks like it was produced by Fleetwood. Really cool. And I am excited to check this out. On the back, similar idea. We've got a team photo. We've got the president of the club, the manager, and there's the guy that did the voiceover work, and the Sox logo. Really cool. I love this. This is going to be fun. I'm excited to check this out. An Anheuser-Busch custom recording. So I'm curious, like, was this probably some sort of, I'm not sure how this worked. It seems like a promotion, like you turn in a number of receipts or I don't even know what you would do to win this. So tell me down in the comments below if you know. I could figure it out. I could Google it, but it's more fun when I learn from you guys. So some sort of promotional thing here, which puts it in an interesting place. It's got to be geared towards adults because it's Budweiser. But at the same time, otherwise, if that didn't say Budweiser, I'd say, yeah, this is probably aimed at kids, teenagers. You know what I mean? It's just kind of a weird thing. So we're going to focus on the record itself. Here it is in this old paper sleeve. I have run out of nice sleeves, so until I get some more, I'm going to need to use these old paper ones, which I don't really like doing because they will scratch your records. Look at that. That's a cool idea to make the label look like a baseball with the threading and whatnot there. Really cool. I'm sure this will be one continuous track. Let me go ahead and take it out of a sleeve. Records, both of these are in remarkably good condition. Yeah, it's just one continuous track. So these are going to be fun. We're going to listen to not the entirety of both, but we're going to listen to hopefully some significant, amount of content here. So let me go ahead and get it started with the Dodgers record, and we'll play through it and give it a listen. Okay, take two. I just did like 5 minutes and realized I wasn't even recording. So here we go. I've got the record loaded up on this turntable. The lid on this one works great to hold the sleeve as well, or to hold the cover. I've switched to the external front-facing microphone so we can get a better, capture of the sound coming out of these speakers down here. Obviously, my voice is hollow sounding with this echoey room. Got the air conditioner roaring in the background. So I apologize for that, but the record should sound good. So let's go ahead and give this a listen. This ought to be really cool. Haven't heard this in quite a while.
This is the story of a dream come true. The incredible story of the 1981 world champion Los Angeles Dodgers. In years to come, when Dodger fans look back on 1981, they'll remember it as the year they, the 10th player, and their team won it all. Oh, sure, baseball historians will remember the strike, but Dodger fans will fondly recall their world championship season and a man-child named Fernando, who led team comeback to the title. It all began Thursday, April the 9th, this magical story. The Houston Astros were in town for a rematch of the year-ending series of 1980. Jerry Royce was scheduled to work the opener, but he injured a calf muscle on the eve of the season. Manager Tom Lasorda drafted Fernando, and El Toro flashed a by blanking the Astros on 5 hits. Steve Howe and Babo Castillo have been throwing back of Valenzuela the last inning or so. The 2-1 pitch to Roberts. Screwball, swung on and missed. 2-2. Fernando Valenzuela has this crowd just dying to salute him. 2-2.
Okay, first of all, this is great. This is really, really cool. I love the announcer's voice. He's got that classic 4 packs a day, deep, well-marbled voice. And I love how they've crafted basically this linear chronology of the season into a story. You know what I mean? You feel like you're listening to story time, and that's fantastic. It's like, imagine like a grandfather sitting down with a grandchild and saying, let me tell you about this wonderful thing, and we're going to start at the beginning. That's exciting. To me, that's amazing. Again, we don't have time to listen to every bit of this record, so I'm going to bounce around a little bit. Let's listen right about here and see what we get.
On double ignited a 3-run 7th inning.
Garvey has 6 home runs, 38 runs batted in. And the pitch to Garvey. Loop to the left center field, base hit, might find the alley. Here's 1 run in. Here comes Landro around third. He's going to be way home. He will score, and it's tied up. His 40th RBI, and we're all even now here in the 7th.
And Ron Say's RBI single fueled the fire.
1 strike pitch on the way to Say. Ground ball hit up the middle, base hit. Here comes Garvey, and the Dodgers will take the lead for the first time today. It is 6-5. The Dodgers lead here in the 7th inning. As Say grounded one up the middle. They had the infield split Garvey scores easily with no play, and here's Garvey.
Now delivers, and the pitch inside, and it hits Say, and he's going to be awarded first base. But Say is acting like a man who's hurt. He slammed his helmet down and bat and walked away as if he was not only angry, but he knew he needed some help. And he's taking a walk right now and might have gotten it around the wrist. And Bill Bueller working on him right now. It would be the left wrist or forearm. And Say, from the looks of things, will be coming out. He had that action about him when he was hit, as if he was finished for the night. But there was always Fernando. He tied the Major League rookie record and set a National League record with his 8th shutout, a 2-0 3-hitter against Atlanta on September 17th. Chambliss waiting, and Fernando.
This is really cool. It's engrossing. I find myself getting wrapped up into it. I still haven't listened to this thing continuously front to back, and I need to do so. So let's go ahead and give it the flip side once over lightly, and we'll listen to a couple of selections from this one, and then we'll move on to the other record, the newer record. And I hope you guys enjoy this as much as I do. I just think this is fun. I just think this is absolutely fascinating stuff.
Houston's Astrodome, also known as the Great Indoors, was the site of games 1 and 2 of the National League Western Division Series. And as far as the Dodgers were concerned, they were in pretty deep after 2 losses. Nolan Ryan allowed only a solo home run by Steve Garvey as the Astros won the opener 3-1. And Denny Walling's pinch single in the 11th inning gave the Astros game 2 by a 1-0 count.
I'll tell you one thing, it's an emotional ball game. 1-1 to Walling. Here's the stretch, here's the look, and here's the pitch. Fly ball to right center field. Thomas on the run. Can't get it. The game is over.
One game away from elimination, the Dodgers called on a Texan, Bert Hooton, to beat the Texans. He did.
Really cool. We are running out of time, so I want to move on to the next record. I'm just, getting wrapped up into it. Time's flying. So let's move 6 years prior to 1975 and a different team and a different record. This would be obviously the Red Sox. So let's give it a listen. We'll put the appropriate cover up there. Again, it's this guy right here, the Budweiser Special. And we'll give it a listen here. I want to give it a light dusting. Yeah, there we go. That ought to do it. And let's see what we got here. I'm guessing it'll be a similar kind of program, but let's find out.
Now taking the field. American League champion, the Boston Red Sox. Drive to left center field. Maybe a gapper. Lynn is running. Lynn is going. He's got it in a great catch. A great catch by Freddie Lynn. Long drive, way back out of sight. Over the American flag and out of here. Home run. Deep right center field. Way out. It's gone. Home run. Cecil Cooper. Off toward right field, hooking away from Bond if it stays fair. Fair ball. Bounces into the seat. Turbo scores. Burleson is double. 3-2 Boston. And there goes the shot. Deep to right field. High in the air, and we watch this one go into the upper deck. His 3rd home run of the night.
There's something magic about the Red Sox, something glorious about the old town team that brings out the best in New Englanders. Each spring it begins anew as the good folks from Eastport to Block Island, from B Street to the Berkshires, assemble around the tribal meeting house called Fenway Park. Only the real old-timers remember the glory days of the early 20th century when the Red Sox won pennant after pennant, series after series. Since those early days, championships have been few and far between. Yet the glorious dream never dies. Many fans remember the 46 Sox, the team of Williams, Pesky, and Dorr. And a lot more Red Sox fans still daydream about the impossible dream of '67 with Lonborg and Hawk and Rico and Yaz and Canigliaro.
Lonborg is within 1 out of his biggest victory ever. his 22nd of the year. And his first over the Twins. The pitch is looped towards shortstop. Petrocelli's back. He's got it. The Red Sox win. And pandemonium on the field.
Red Sox fans also remember their team losing the division title by a half game to the Tigers in the strike-abbreviated season of '72. And there was the sad and sorrowful fall of '74 for Red Sox fans to reflect upon. Likewise, the spring of 1975 offered little for Red Sox fans to cheer about, as all-star catcher Carlton Fisk would be idled with a broken arm as the team headed north for opening day. It was a year full of...
So it's an interesting thing, a little bit different approach on this. But it's interesting how, he brings to mind the fact that some years are not good. So I guess they probably did not produce records every year, only when there was an amazing story to be told. Did you notice I did it my way in the background? It's kind of weird, kind of interesting. I wasn't expecting that, but yeah, whatever. Let's move a little bit further on.
Shut them out. In the ninth inning of a scoreless first game, Rick Miller hooked the catfish.
Now the cat stands in again as Miller, slightly bent at the knees, looks out. Here's the pitch to him. He swings and sends a drive to left center field. Base hit. It's going to be in there. Lynn scores. Miller has a single, and the Red Sox lead 1-0. The ball gets by second base, and Miller will go to second.
Then in the bottom of the ninth, Fred Lynn turned in the defensive gem of the season.
Lee getting a sign from Blackwell. Pitch to Greg Nettles. Swings. Drive to left center field. Maybe a gapper. Lynn is running. Lynn is going. He's got it in a great catch. A great catch by Freddie Lynn.
Very cool stuff. Let's move forward even more.
He pitches, and Doyle sends a ground ball, hits the first base bag, goes into right field. Here's Miller scoring. Here comes Benitez to score. The throw to second base not in time, and the Red Sox go into the lead.
The Sox then went to New York and shot down the Yanks 6-4 in a driving rainstorm. The rain continued for 3 days and 3 nights, and everyone prayed to the sun god for it to end. Finally, on September 26th, the Sox returned to action, and Louis Tiant and Reggie Cleveland proved invincible. In Game 1 of the doubleheader, Tiant threw a 5-hitter at the Tribe.
Tiant in quest of his 18th win. Here it is. Curveball, pop foul. Fisk may have room. Goes back near the screen. Under it. He's got it. Louis has a shutout. And the magic number is 3.
And what foresight to record all of this, to think that this all needed to be recorded. And obviously that didn't start in this era. They were recording games, for decades prior, which is great. I think that's absolutely wonderful. I mean, it's the only reason why we can still enjoy it today. And there is entertainment value in games you already know the outcome. It's just fun. At least I think there is. I would say there is, to relive a positive season. I remember when the Broncos finally won the Super Bowl in the late 90s. There was VHS tapes in that era. And to commemorate it so you could relive those moments again. All right, here's the flip side.
So the Red Sox had disposed of the Baltimore Orioles and had taken the Eastern title by a healthy margin. Now it was on to the best-of-5 playoff games against the defending champion Oakland A's. These were the fabled A's of legend and song. They were also the steel-belted, pressure-proven A's of 3 straight world championships. The big question mark before the playoffs began was how would the daring young Red Sox handle the postseason pressure? The answer was not long in coming. In the opening game of the Yaz led things off with a single. That brought up Carlton Fisk, and the A's made their first in a series of errors that would plague them throughout the playoffs.
Ground ball to third. Bando can't handle it. He goes into the corner in left field. Yastrzemski comes around to third. He's being waved on. He heads for the plate. The ball is knocked down by third baseman Bando, and the Red Sox lead 1-0.
Boy, those crowd sounds are pretty harsh, aren't they? All right, so let's finish it up. Let's listen to the end of side 2. Oops.
Wise looking down through the spectacles, gets the sign. The pitch jams him. Strike 3 call. Wise strikes out Geronimo, and that ends the inning.
The crowning moment of the '75 Super Sox season took place at 12:30 a.m., October 22nd, Eastern Daylight Saving Time, at Fenway Park, Boston, Massachusetts. In the 12th inning, of Game 6 of the World Series.
Game tied, 6-6. Darcy pitching. Fisk takes high and inside. Ball one. Freddie Lynn on deck. There have been numerous heroics tonight, both sides. The 1-0 delivery to Fisk. He swings, long drive, left field. If it stays fair, it's gone. Home run! The Red Sox win! And the series is tied 3 games apiece. Carlton Fisk hit a 1-0 pitch. They're jamming out in the field. His teammates are waiting for him. The ball hit the foul pole, and the Red Sox have sent the World Series into Game 7 with a dramatic 7-6 victory. What a game. This is one of the greatest World Series games of all time.
As the fates would have it, the Red Sox 1975 Championship Express would be derailed in the 9th inning of the 7th game of one of the greatest World Series ever played. Ironically, a bloop single with 2 outs by Joe Morgan would be the pin that burst the beautiful balloon. The true beauty of baseball is not so much the eventual outcome, but the excitement of a pennant race, the splendor of the individual, the effort of the team, and the memories of a group of men who did it their way.
There's the tie-in.
It's a high drive, deep center, way back, home run! There's a long shot to deep right, back goes Evans, back, and what a grab! Evans made a grab and saved a home run on that one. Throws the first for a double play. The 1-0 delivery to Fisk. He swings, long drive, left field. If it stays fair, it's gone. Home run! The Red Sox win! And the series is tied 3 games apiece.
Interesting. Quite a bit of inner groove distortion there too, if I want to take it back to the technical side. But an amazing story. And yeah, they did not win the World Series in '75, apparently. I did not know that before I put this record on. I assume they did. But they won the pennant. They lost the World Series, but still a fantastic season. And for them, one of a comeback type of methodology and mentality for them. So again, taking a step back, vinyl records and baseball is really fun, and I want to know in the comments down below if you have any tips, insider info, where to find these things. I just happened to come across both of these. This one was like $1 record at Second and Charles, and they're not their free bin, but like one step up and like their dollar bin. And then this other one was apparently also a Second and Charles. Looking at the sticker down there, I paid $2.95, not $1, but yeah, something that somebody else may just look over and say, that's some old junk record. To me, really interesting stuff. All right, my friends, and that is going to do it. If you're wondering why I'm wearing this funny hat and this funny shirt, that's your guess. I'm not going to even tell you why, but we're just having fun today. I'm enjoying the rest of my weekend. What little bit of it there is left. I'm having fun doing some record stuff, some baseball stuff. As we speak, my Colorado Rockies are facing one of the 2 teams on these records, the Los Angeles Dodgers. Okay, we had a really rough couple of days, and then yesterday we eked out a win. This is the last game in the series, and I have not been into baseball in years. Since my son, when he was like 7, we went through about 5 months, 1 season or so, where he was really into baseball. Prior to that, it was back when I was like 12. So I haven't been into baseball in a long time, like 15 years, long time. So it's been fun and kind of weird getting back into it. Also some baseball card collecting as well. Well, my friends, that is going to do it for today. Thank you for being here, and thank you for supporting the Vinyl Nation. We'll see you next time.